So it's been a minute since I've done any unpopular opinions, a few years in fact. So I just thought it would be fun to share some things that I've had on my mind, see where you guys stand, see if these are actually unpopular. Because I feel like with unpopular opinions, a lot of times you say stuff that's unpopular, but it's like other people think that as well. They just may not say it out loud, but I don't know. I want you guys' feedback. I want to hear unpopular opinions from you guys, but yeah, I'll just get right into it. I'm going to share some unpopular opinions that I have that no one asked for.
Growing up had anything designer. My mom wouldn't let me. I think I got my first pair of Louboutins when I graduated high school. It makes me emotional actually because
For my first unpopular opinion, I have to say, I think it's really strange to expect celebrities to care about the same stuff that we care about, just from the sense that these people, these influencers, these celebrities, they're living completely different lives from what we're living. And I just think it's weird that we look to celebrities to validate our values and beliefs. I mean, these guys are in spaces and they're doing things that we could only dream of. To me, I'm just not looking for any celebrity to like speak on things that pertain to my life or the life of, regular people. And when I say regular people, I'm talking about, your coworkers, I'm talking about your neighbors, just people you're out and about with in daily life. Like, what would a celebrity know about the lives that we live, I guess? And I just feel like we're in this weird day and age where people are expecting celebrities to speak out on this. They're expecting celebrities to be educated on this. And yes, you should hold celebrities and the people you support to a certain standard, but how high does that standard need to be? It's like, I just don't need a celebrity to pretend to care about the stuff that regular people are dealing with, I guess. All right, for my second one, I have to say I see too many videos of parents online disciplining their kids, and I just think it's kind of disturbing. And it's not that I feel bad for the kids per se, it's just I don't understand why parents record their kids after they've done whatever bad, like they've committed whatever like bad behavior, they've done something bad. And I don't understand why the first instinct is to put a camera or like phone in front of their face and be like, this is me showing you that I don't play, I don't deal with this. Now you're gonna answer for this by having your face shown in front of like hundreds and like millions of people. Like, I just genuinely don't get it. Recently there was this mom who punished her son because I guess he was like abusing the family pet, and she made him slam his PlayStation 5 down like repeatedly.
You picked my cat up and slammed it on the ground multiple times. Do it.
And it's like, it's not even that I feel bad that was a punishment. It's just I find it very strange that it had to be recorded and posted online for millions of people to see. Did we forget that people can harass you? Like, people can get your address, your personal information, and that child is now open to the possibility of people harassing him for the rest of his life. And there's so many other cases I could think of, but I just feel like if you're a parent, I don't know if I have any parents watching my channel, but if you're a parent, whatever punishment, whatever discipline should be between you and that child. Like, period. Like, I just don't understand wanting validation so bad from other people on the internet that you're willing to risk the safety of your children. I did want to add that, yes, I'm not a parent, but I just feel like if it's that important to address whatever your child did, like, and you don't really have the support that you need, I mean, there's counseling that you can get, whether it's like church or whether it's, family and friends, like just building some type of, just trying to have some type of community for the kid. And also, if you can, just therapy, I mean, whatever, this particular kid that I referred to, if he's abusing animals and stuff like that, that just sounds like something where you need therapy and counseling. But instead, you get posted on the internet. So it's like now people have the right to just be really mean and nasty to you. And I just know there was a point in all of our lives where we were kids and maybe we didn't do something as bad, but we did something where we just really had no business doing. And I don't know, just the thought of being posted on the internet and being embarrassed as a kid. Like you're not even able to wrap your like head around that. But then just imagine like seeing like comments rolling in, or people like pulling up to your school, or just people doing all sorts of crazy stuff that they've done before. People do crazy stuff. So I don't know. I just, it's never going to sit right with me when I see parents post their kids online because of the behavior.
It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business.
All right, up next, I just gotta say it. I feel like Justin Bieber's Coachella performance was just fine. I feel like it was just fine. I'm not sure what you guys were expecting from Mr. JB. I feel like from the past few years, he's been a little bit more low-key, a little bit more laid back as far as performances. I mean, this guy was up on the Grammy stage in his underwear, so I'm not sure what you guys were expecting him to do for Coachella. Now, I definitely hear the sentiment where people are talking about double standards. Like, yes, I do agree that women are expected to do a little bit more. You know, women like Sabrina Carpenter, people are looking for choreography. They're looking for like a massive stage set. They're just looking for all of this, like, I guess, razzle dazzle. And Justin Bieber simply didn't deliver on that. But I feel like that argument would make more sense if it was, and I'm talking about as far as Coachella. Like, yes, I agree that women are expected to do more, but as far as Coachella, I don't think it's fair to compare Justin to someone like Sabrina. If it was someone like Bruno Mars or like The Weeknd or even like Harry Styles, like, yes, I'd be like, okay, why are you guys just sitting on stage showing old videos of yourself? Like, just with Justin, like I said, he has been transitioning into more of a like laid back, very stripped back artist. Like when Justin Bieber first came out, you have to understand that he was more of a product. Like he was being sold to be like the perfect teen star. So of course now, like nowadays, he's just not gonna be that. He's not gonna have that same image. So like I said, not that he couldn't have done more, but it's just what he gave is something like I'm satisfied with. Now, I know people paid a lot of money to be at Coachella, but I feel like, you know, there was people calling it Bieberchella before even actually attending the festival. So I don't know. I feel like that speaks volumes. But speaking of, you know, popular male artists, I feel like generally throughout society, we don't really give space for men to be creative, especially when it comes to music. I was talking about this with my sister where, you know, I love music. I love listening to like different genres and different people, but a trend that I seem to keep running into is running into male artists where they're almost their whole discography is about like being in relationships or being in breakups. And it's like, and yes, there are some outliers, of course. I want to make it clear. Like, I love music. I listen to all types. But I feel like it's more of a trend to hear male artists literally just sing about failed relationships and breakups and stuff like that versus a female artist. And when I say the female artist I'm talking about, it's like Lauryn Hill, Sade, SZA. Like, these are artists that I really like because I feel like they're putting out music that I really resonate with. And it's not always about relationships. Whereas on the other hand, I feel like that's kind of what's accepted for male artists. So a lot of male artists don't feel the need to do anything different. And I just remember being in high school and I was always involved with something like musical, whether it was band or choir, stuff like that, show choir. And there was a lot of guys who kind of like took choir or band as like an easy credit, just something to get by. And they were actually really talented, but they didn't have that support from their family or friends. And it just fizzled out. And I'm sure they're doing just fine now, but it's just, there's so many men who actually can really be creative. They can actually do something, they have the potential to do something different. But I feel like the current society we have, you're only supposed to sing about this. This is what we'll listen to. It just feels like for every eccentric male artist that we have had, like Michael Jackson, Prince, or Freddie Mercury, there's always going to be like 10 middle of the road, like mediocre men to like fill that spot as far as being a music artist. And there's other creative fields where this applies as well, but as far as music, it's a very glaring issue in my opinion.
Man, you stand like a baddie.
I
Your
sound like a
stance,
baddie?
yes. And I'm traumatized.
All right, for my next one, this one is kind of funny, but I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious, y'all. Y'all have to watch Pop the Balloon. Y'all have to watch Pop the Balloon, and I'm not talking about the ghetto ones where they're. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about the ones specifically with BM and Arlette. I'm saying we have to watch Pop the Balloon because I feel like it's educational. I feel like it's educational to see people get up in real time and see what they're willing to put up with if a person is attractive and what they're not wanting to deal with if they're not really attracted to a person. I feel like the whole Pop the Balloon concept is so interesting because you don't know, it's speed dating, but it's like in real time you just see the games people play. You see the facades that they put on, and it's like if you're someone who's looking to date, I feel like you can look at that show and be like, okay, this is some of the stuff I might end up dealing with. And if you're not even looking to date, it can be like a you're learning what not to do, you know. And it's so interesting to see so many people get on that show and be like, oh, this person isn't my type, oh, initial attraction. And it's just like, but what you go for back home, you know, that's not working for you. That's not working out. That's why you came to the show.
What makes him not your type?
The way he looks. I'm not trying to be funny.
So to see people just, like I said, to see the games that people play, I just feel like it's very interesting. It feels like this very interesting social experiment, and it can be messy at times, but I do feel like it can be somewhat educational. All right, for my next one, I feel like too many people are striving to be rich instead of financially stable. And what I mean by this is I feel like people are setting themselves up to not reach the unattainable goals that they set for themselves. And I'm not saying it can't happen at all for you to, you know, be rich and live a life of luxury, but I think people, their focus is on the wrong things. You know, their focus is on this luxury home, luxury cars and stuff like that. And I feel like just having the mindset of being financially stable keeps you honest, it keeps you balanced. You can set those attainable goals for yourself, and it feels good, and it'll feel good when you reach them, and you can keep working towards other things. Now, I'm not saying I don't want to be rich. There's a lot of people, like, if we were just given $1 million, like, there's a lot of people that think that just being given like $1 million is going to solve other problems, but that's just not the case. Because financial literacy is a real thing too, and there's a lot of rich people who don't have financial literacy. You know, we hear about these celebrities all the time, and you might even have family where they're having issues with the IRS and, you know, not paying their taxes, stuff like that. Like, just being rich isn't going to solve all your problems. In fact, I feel like it could create more. And I think if more people focus on being financially stable, they could potentially have a more fulfilling life, in my opinion. So this one is really interesting to me because I feel like this new day and age we're in, I thought we were kind of past like invalidating people's emotions and stuff like this, but recently this girl on TikTok, she got online and she was talking about how she had a friend that she was really jealous of, and she had to like break off the relationship because
Wanting to talk about on here is jealousy within friendships, but not as in, oh, my friend is jealous of me, but from the perspective of being the friend who is jealous. I had a friend that I used to be friends with. We're not friends anymore. And you know what? For good reason, because genuinely, I don't think I could continue being their friend.
And of course, here come all the morality, you know, police talking about, oh, well, you know, that could never be me. That could never be me. I've never been jealous of my friends. I've never been jealous of this person. And I'm like, whoa, like, that's crazy. You've never been jealous? Like, I don't believe y'all. It's just not even just jealousy. We have to make space for all the emotions that we feel. We have to be able to acknowledge them, and we have to be able to, like, obviously work through them in real time. Now, acknowledging a negative emotion doesn't mean that you're going to act on it, but it's like, like I'm having these thoughts. Maybe I should remove myself from this relationship. Maybe I should remove myself from this situation. Like, acknowledging your emotions helps you to make better decisions. And it was just so weird to see so many people get so nasty to this girl, talking to her. Yeah, I've never been jealous. Like, that's a you problem. Like, how could you? And it's like, what? Have y'all seen Inside Out? That's kind of like the point of both of the Inside Out movies, where negative emotions are valid, people. All right, for my very last one, I have to ask you guys a question. What comes to mind when you think of the words boring, bland, and basic? I want you to think. I want you to think long and hard about what comes to mind when I say boring, bland, and basic. If you didn't think of Raising Cane's, wrong answer. Raising Cane's is by far one of the worst like fast food chicken spots that that exist. I don't know why there's so much hype around it. It's like every time I go, I get, and I haven't gone often. I've gone a few times, and almost every time that I've gotten something from there, I've gotten like one of the hard chewy pieces in the chicken. I mean, you got to pay for the sauce. I will give them their props for their lemonade. Like, their lemonade is really good, but even their fries just not seasoned. The chicken's not seasoned. I don't get it. Someone help me understand the hype around Raising Cane's. I mean, there's Chick-fil-A, there's Popeyes, there's Bojangles, there's Chicken Express. There's so many good chicken spots. I don't know how Raising Cane's keeps getting all of this attention. So I hope you guys liked some of my unpopular opinions here. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if there's unpopular opinions that you have that you want to share. And like I said, this is something I haven't done in a while, but I just thought it would be fun. And yeah, that's all I have on my mind. I'll see you guys another time.